to the My Team Career Mode here on F1 22, the first episode. We're going to be starting as a newcomer, doing the full season, and I feel like it's going to be just interesting to see. We're doing full quali, 50% races, just going through all the settings here. Fault frequency will be on standard, fault types will be high, so we will be getting engine failures. We're going all immersive, formation lap on. To start this off, we're going to be doing 75 overall AI. I feel like that's been giving me the best races so far. And it can change sim damage rate. That's basically all. We're going to be starting off.
Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix.
We're going to be starting off with David
And a Red
Croft
Bull rounds off the grid
as our main commentator here. Just going through all the rest of these settings. So this is going to be a bit of a longer episode. Obviously we've got to get through everything, so it'll be a long episode. I can tell you it took 2 hours to film the actual race here for this first episode. We're gonna use the My Team icons. We're definitely not gonna be able to start with Thun, but you know, just some stuff we can do here.
Welcome to My Team. Here you'll experience the world of Formula One, not only as a driver, but as the owner of a brand new F1 team. First things first, let's create your driver.
So we're creating the driver now. Basically gonna just go with the same avatar I've used on every single F1 game. Obviously, country of origin, America. We're gonna do our name here, just typing it in right now. I don't know why it doesn't show up on the screen. But yeah, we're gonna be going as Thomas Spores here. Initials TCS. Yeah, definitely gonna be a very interesting season though. Audio name, we're just gonna go with my first name, considering they probably don't have my last name. You can see definitely a lot of scrolling. Now for a number. They don't have 14, which is my number, since Fernando Alonso's using it, so we're gonna go 71,
now,
which is my dad's
let's focus
number.
on your driver's look.
So, for clothing and emotes now, we're gonna start designing the helmet. I believe we go with the design all the way to the right on the bottom. Or, no, not the bottom. Yeah. So I was definitely thinking of colors, so you can see, kind of was thinking of like maybe a white base, or maybe with a bit of blue and yellow, was my original idea. But then I changed my idea. You'll see later on where we eventually just end up with a black helmet or a black base with a blue, which is what we're looking at here. But yeah, I was thinking of doing yellow because not many teams, actually I don't think any teams anymore use yellow, but you can definitely see it wouldn't have been too bad of a helmet if we kept that black. But then my mind changed. We just went for black and blue. I was still testing out some colors here. Just looking at what we'd get. And then here, I eventually change it. And then this will be my helmet for the F1 22 Season 1 Career Mode. Then we just went for the suit using the same style. Just changing out some of the colors. So black, blue, and white on the suit. very simple. And that's basically going to be it for the gloves as well. So now that we've done the gloves, we're just going to go through and do our character pose. We're going to go the real deal here, just kind of basic. And then podium celebration. We're actually going to do the let me hear it, and then finally the victory radio call.
Oh, peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time! Woo! Oh, peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time! Woo!
So I actually decided to buy the I'm Not Crying radio call, because it's just a very nice.
I'm not crying. I'm definitely not.
Yeah, so...
Great. Now let's set up some of the key details of your new team. We'll start with an easy one. What name would you like to give the team?
So, to start the career mode off, we're just going to be going simple with the Schwarz Formula 1 team. Just a very simple name.
Now, some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor. Our primary sponsor will pay a signing bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They will also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus.
And now for our primary sponsor, we're just going to kind of look through, see, finish 10th or better. We can do for RGB, but I mean, that's a pretty low ball. So I'm going to take Echo
Fantastic.
with this for 2
Now
point
we've got a
finishes.
budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So, let's sign a power unit supplier now.
So, engine supplier, we're going to go
We
into...
need both performance and durability from our power unit. But we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into.
So originally I was thinking of taking the Renault engine, but looking through everything, I feel like the Red Bull
We
powertrain
almost have all the key partners for our team now. But we still need a
the
teammate
best
for you.
option.
These are the drivers
And,
available to be your first teammate. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses. So consider everything when deciding who to hire. Drivers earn acclaim based on their performances. When a driver earns enough acclaim, they will level up. The higher a driver's level, the more acclaim they will earn for their current team. And remember, the faster the team levels up, the faster our income will increase. The higher a driver's experience, the more resource points are earned to spend on vehicle upgrades. Racecraft is the driver's skill to effectively complete overtakes when opportunities arise. Awareness shows the driver's ability to avoid errors and incidents. Pace describes the driver's ability to set competitive lap times. Focus represents the driver's current form and state of mind. Rating is a summary of the driver's overall skill level.
Yeah. So we have $1 million to spend here on a driver, just kind of looking through Nissany, Fittipaldi, Sato, Aiken, Lawson, and Piastri were the picks we had. So I was just kind of thinking if there was anyone here, but in the end, we're going to go Oscar Piastri.
Looks like we can
giving him
afford this
his
power unit
deserved ride.
supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy. Let's create the livery we'll be running this season.
So, let's head to Will Buxton here for the interview. Or for, just our preseason stuff. The car livery will be shown, very soon, though.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. We're here at the headquarters of Formula One's newest team for an exclusive first look at what they will be bringing to the sport. It's always an exciting moment to welcome a new team onto the grid. However, what makes this occasion a little more special is how strikingly different the cars are this year. Yep, the long-awaited new regulations are finally here, and with them, the start of the next era of Formula One. The 2022 season ushers in a change of direction to the regulations aimed at promoting closer racing. with new aero additions in the form of swooping front and rear wings, along with the new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres that will push tyre technology to the limit. So then, the question remains as to whether this team can grasp the opportunity before them with both hands and lead the charge against the rest of the paddock. We'll find out soon enough, as the new season is just about to begin. But first, let's see the unveiling of the team's car and meet the owner of the brand new Formula One team. Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about 1 million questions, so let's jump straight in. It's been a long time since we last saw a team owner take their own car onto the track, and the sport's changed enormously in the intervening years. How are you going to handle the responsibilities of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
So yeah, the first question from Will Buxton.
Let's talk about your teammate. Now, it's clear they're excited to have signed with you, but tell me, what is it that you think they bring to the team?
So for Piastri, we're gonna say it was definitely finding the right fit for the team. He understood he understands that we're new.
So you've obviously been putting a lot of work into the car. I know it's early days, but how do you expect it to feel out there?
I wanted a pretty balanced car, so the first thing we're gonna do though is get a chassis upgrade.
Most of the other teams can boast years of experience in Formula One. Where do you see the opportunities to make those vital performance gains you need to put you within reach of the other cars?
Next thing we're gonna do is get the
Ultimately,
upgrade.
your success this season is going to come down to whether you can take positions from the other drivers. What is it about your car that's going to give you that edge in those battles?
And then finally, we're gonna take a power unit upgrade here. And then
finally, with
also
so many
upgrade
specialist
the
departments
power
working
unit,
together here at your headquarters,
facilities, I believe.
and with such an important deadline coming up, who's getting that coveted Teacher's Gold Star? Which group do you feel the most proud of right now? Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to get an insight from you and, of course, to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it. And thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
So, there it is. The Will Buxton interview is officially over, and we are about to get ready to start the first season of the career. So here we are for entering the career mode HUD. Just kind of taking a short look through all these different things.
It's important to use the time between races to the fullest extent. That's where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
So we're just kind of looking through activities we wanted to do. We were definitely going to look at some focus certain areas, but we did not have the time for that, which kind of sucked to make each equal. So we just got rid of the focuses. Then we do a preseason merch sale and driver training camp here. Just taking a quick look through the emails, nothing too
This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they are having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities.
No, just taking a look at the R&D tree, we're gonna instantly put in a chassis upgrade and just take a look at what else there is here. Nothing else we can afford, though. But yeah, we're going to be working on some of these upgrades as soon as possible. So obviously we did well in the interview, as we are the 7th or 8th best car.
This is the driver market. From here, you can see pertinent details on every driver in the sport, compare them with each other, and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls around, this is where you will approach any drivers you wish to hire.
So yeah, we're just taking a look at the driver market. You see the three new legends in Villeneuve, Hulkenberg, and Weber, as we are going to start simming, just going through all these things. You see we get a couple more R&D points. We're going to take advantage of that before we head into the Grand Prix. To do some more upgrade stuff. Or some more R&D. Here on the aerodynamics, we're going to do front downforce upgrade. And then we're about to head in to the Bahrain GP. So we're gonna be getting to the track for the first time in this My Team career mode here. Coming to the driver computer, and just gonna get to see how everything goes here.
Just the person I wanted to see. I'm Andrea. I'm head of the R&D for the team. To get used to hearing a lot from me. Your workstation is set up and ready for you. To get settled in, because we have a lot of work to do. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And welcome to the team.
Yep, so just checking around this menu here. Just seeing if there's anything we can do. Just looking at the performance chart. We are ahead of McLaren, Aston Martin, and Williams before this Bahrain GP, as we're going to head into practice one.
Hey mate, this is Mark. Just wanted to say thanks for trusting me as your race engineer. I won't let you down. The car's ready to go, but it's brand new of course, so there may be a few issues here and there. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data from here.
So we're in practice one now. I don't do a ton of practice, but we're gonna do it this week and head out for track acclimatization here. Eventually. I'm going to be running the increased downforce setup. I prefer it here. I feel like it gives me the best in the corners. But we're going to go out for track acclimatization. See how we do.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS in the DRS zone as well.
So this is my first time in the My Team on F122. Just gonna be kind of getting a feel for not only track but the car here today, and just seeing what we might be able to do here. As we go good through the first corner, purple through the second and third, now on DRS. Heading into turn 4 now. This is a corner I can make up like a lot of time in with this setup. Running right out to the line now. Entering this S section, we get through there fine. More purple, still going purple. And now this is a corner I struggled to make work in practice. We get our first red of the lap. And now into turn 10, a corner very easy to lock up in. And as I say that, I do lock up right in the middle of the corner onto DRS. Not really too bad of a first practice lap so far. At the end of the back straight, we head off into the corner. Very simple, very long point. Very hard to get the nose turned in there. But all in all, this first lap has been pretty good heading into turn 14 now. Entering 14 on the brakes a little bit early, running wide for turn 15 right out on the curb. And now, straight run to the line. So this is my third and final lap here. We did have a couple of mistakes already on this lap. It's been pretty interesting just to watch. But yeah, this first practice so far has not been bad, but a little tank slapper there. Very close call to spinning out there. Through 14, and yet again wide in 15, and then the run up to the line. To end the track climatization.
Program complete. Program complete. These results will do, although you could definitely do better. Consider giving it another shot.
So we're about to go out for our second session, or second practice program of the session. We're gonna do the tire management program here. Just getting more and more time in this car is the big thing. Just trying to learn how the car runs. Let's start program. Here we are, just about to start our final lap of the tire management program. You can see we were kind of struggling just at the end of that. We got
Final lap. This is the final lap of the
into the
program.
average tire wear, but we were kind of just above average with the tire wear. But it wasn't too great. We were just kind of having to put heavy load on the left front throughout a lot of the lap. Turn 4, run a little wide. I do that a lot here. Through the S's is very tough as I nearly lost it. But held on to the car. Definitely, the goal was to just kind of do as low as possible, try and get low tire wear. You could see I've had to actually use the overtake quite a bit here to get into the green for lap time. But so far, the tire wear has not been too bad. We've just kind of struggled on pace. As you can see, we were in the purple for quite a bit. The issue we struggle the most for tire wear has been the center of the corner. That's now the goal. Just trying to keep that in the green as we're dipping into purple for tire wear. Caught too much of the inside curb, and that's going to cost us our lap time as well as a perfect.
Okay, practice program over.
And now on the race strategy program, the final program of this session, doing practice
Great lap.
one.
You nailed exactly what
We
we
need
asked
to
for.
just
Keep it
get
up.
one more lap in the green here. One more lap above a 134.5 to be able to get a purple in this program. Currently we're 6th quick, but that's not really too impressive considering a lot of drivers are on hards or have not made a run yet during practice, but so far though the car's been handling pretty good. Very minimal mistakes on my behalf, minus the one in the check climatization where we lost the back end on the final lap of that, but other than that, it's been a pretty smooth session for myself, which is very good considering I'm still learning this car, and you can see we have not really used up too much ERF here. Only 40%, or we have 40% remaining, and honestly, I only used it a tad bit at the start of straights, just to keep the time where it was. I've consistently been about 2/10 up. But yeah, it's definitely been a good practice session, except for I keep making that mistake in turn 14, but across the line, and we do complete this program. After all that, we're about to get ready for qualifying. I did go back through into quick practice and just finished off anything I missed. Now we're just looking at whatever upgrades we can do. Can't do anything in aero or chassis. So we're just going to add a powertrain and durability upgrade into the fray. So yeah, we're currently ahead of McLaren, Aston Martin, and Williams. But let's head into qualifying for the first time. And we're here in qualifying now. We're gonna try and be the first car out on track. We're gonna drive
Check's
out
complete.
here.
Everyone be
Let's see
aware,
how
we've
this
got a
car
car
can
leaving
do.
the garage.
I'm not expecting a ton, from what I've seen in other creators' videos. They've definitely kind of struggled here in qualifying at Bahrain. I'm not a big quali guy. I struggle in qualifying a lot in games and in real life. But the outlap here, we're just going to be kind of saving up fuel and DRS. We're going to let George Russell by. And just kind of work our way around it, try and warm up these tires. So, now we're about to start our lap here in Bahrain, our first lap of quali. And just try and see where this puts us. Obviously, I don't expect us to get out of Q2, or get into Q2 even this first race. I expect to be knocked out in the first qualifying session, but it's always going to be important to try. You never know in these games what might happen if we take a very tight turn one, kick the back end out, but a good run through 2 and 3 as we head into turn 4 for the first time. It's just going to be kind of about learning the track still. Basically an extra practice session while trying to get go as quick as possible. So it's always important, no matter how slow you are in the weekend, to run qualifying. And so far, it hasn't been too bad of a lap. We've definitely had the pace to do stuff so far. Actually, from the looks of it looks like we're gaining on the car up ahead as well. Vettel goes provisional P1 here with a 132.3, I mean. So far, not a bad lap. Very aggressive on the curbing there. Through the corner, kind of cut it. George Russell goes to the top for 131.2. So we head into turn 14 and exiting turn 15 now. On the DRS, it's going to be a 132.6, which puts us 4th behind Vettel and Joe Guanyu. So here we are towards the end of the session now. Minute 30 seconds left. We're going out for just one final run, just seeing what we can improve here. We're currently P20. It's going to be very important to get this lap in now and see where we can go. Already 3/10 up on our first lap, just because of turn 1. We head down into turn 4 now. We lose a little bit of time on the entry, but gain it back on the exit. Now 3DS is so far so good, nearly 4/10 up on our lap, and we are 4/10 up. So far, a great lap, but we lose time on entry again. We gain it back on exit, but we just lost more on exit, it seems. Now into turn 10, very aggressive, but hop too much curb, and we got a terrible exit. Actually, we lose time. We are now down on our first lap here as the time we get to the back straight. We're now back into the green, but we've lost 4/10. We could have used as we run wide, very wide. We're now up a 10th, but we lose time again. Run wide again, now up 2/10 on the exit, up 2.5. Down into the final corners. Up 4/10 on our previous lap. But remember, we were already up 4/10, so we should have gained 8/10 on that lap, but instead, we get knocked out of Q1 in P19. Let's see how our teammate did, or how everyone else did here. So Carlos Sainz goes quickest here in the first qualifying session. You can see the top 14 here. We end up 19th. Piastri ends up 21st. But not a terrible result result for the team here in qualifying, as we're going to head down into the race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. It's who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Sainz, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon, and Pierre Gasly, Tsunoda, Norris, Kevin Magnussen, and Mick Schumacher, Ricciardo, Vettel, Lance Stroll, and Alex Albon, Thomas, Joe, Oscar Piastri, and Nicholas Latifi. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long duration.
So there it is. We're down onto the grid here for the Bahrain GP. It's going to be a one-stop strategy here, mediums to hards. Dropping the fuel down just a bit. Bahrain, from what I've seen, I didn't used to do 50% races. Used to be two stops had a advantage over, or a one stop had the advantage. But here we go for the formation lap, manual formation lap. Yeah, so we're starting P19. It's Ferrari sandwiching both the Red Bulls at the front of the grid. Yeah, so here we go for the Grand Prix. So as we come through the final 2 corners, we're just going to get set for the grid here. The first time in my team, I will be doing this grid spot, manual grid spot. Let's see how we get here at Bahrain, just trying to really get some heat in the rear tires. And it's going to be a perfect grid spot.
There. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
So perfect on the grid here as we come to the 5 red lights. To start the My Team career modes, 5 red lights are out and away we go here in Bahrain as we head off into turn 1. It's a good start from us. We're going to get around both the Williams and both Aston Martins now heading into turn 1. And we've lost our front wing. We're in the back of Magnussen. Magnussen's out. We have heavy damage. Kevin Magnussen out of the session. Virtual safety car deployed. And the safety car's deployed as we get into the back of Sebastian Vettel. It went from a great start from us to a terrible start. We have no front wing, and we're gonna be we're gonna have a safety car here on the opening lap. We're gonna be forced to box way early. Just a heartbreaking start. We got off the line very well. We were up to P16, and now we're forced to have to box on lap 1. So here we are coming into the pits at the end of lap 1. front wing damage to the car. It looks like Lando Norris is going to join us in the pit lane. We're going to be boxing onto the hard compound of tires, just trying to go as long as possible here. Perfect, our optimal turn in, and I mean, I don't even know what to say. That was just an unlucky start. Nicholas Latifi has a 5-second time penalty. We are out of the pits, and we are ahead of the McLaren. I mean, just a tough start. So, safety car is coming in this lap. We're restarting in P18, so we've still gained a spot off the start due to the Magnussen retirement. But, jeez, I don't even know what to say. That was just very tough, but we're just going to try and take advantage of this. We are on the hards. Norris and Albon on the softs. They both pitted. And I believe Latifi also pitted. He's on the softs as well. Norris is pulling off to the side. Is he retiring? I believe Lando Norris might have an issue with his car, and he does. He is slow. Lando Norris will be out of the Bahrain Grand Prix on lap 4. Terrible luck for Lando. Now we gotta defend from Albon into 1, and we're gonna have a send down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo into the first corner. Are we gonna make the move stick? No. Really big tank slapper on the exit, but we hold on to the 17th spot. Is now we're gonna have to run down Ricciardo, Piastri, all those guys up ahead. Albon dove it in on us. A little bit of contact with the Williams, but it looks like both of us are able to continue on. As you see, a giant battle up ahead, and this is actually holding them up right into my path. As we have really caught these drivers up ahead. You see Lando Norris's car still stranded. We are closing in on Daniel Ricciardo now for the 16th spot. And that's Oscar Piastri just up ahead in P15. We're just going to have to try and keep our nose clean in this battle and wait out till our pit stop onto the soft. But we are right there on these guys now. Remember, I'm going for an increased downforce setup. We're not going to be as quick on the straights. Looking for a dive on Ricciardo before the straightaway. Didn't work. Ricciardo will hold on to the 16th spot. But this car definitely has a bit of pace in it. We are just able to hold on. You see Piastri still just up ahead in 15th. We run wide in turn 15. And I'm not using the overtake. I don't want to risk, I don't want to use that up. Albon's going to get around us. We try to send it into Albon. Albon sends it down the inside of Ricciardo. A late send. They're side by side up ahead. And we get into the back of Ricciardo. Nowhere to go. And we have lost our front wing again. And virtual safety car has been deployed. What has happened to our race? We have damage to the front wing again. We try to get by Ricciardo, or back by Ricciardo, but we can't. Oh my goodness. Just heartbreak. We're forced to have to pit again in this race. Here we are entering the pit lane now. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This has just been painful. The virtual safety car is in. DRS is enabled. And then I just completely forgot about the manual pit stop. So we not only have a bad not only have to change our wing again, but we have a terrible pit stop, 8.4 seconds, and I was too early off the clutch. And now the goal is just to ride it out. I mean, there's no shot at us doing anything here. And honestly, nothing happens the rest of this race. And you can see what I mean by nothing has happened. We're here on lap 23 as I'm about to get put a lap down by Sergio Perez, who's leading the Grand Prix. I'm sorry about the quality of this section. I have no idea what's happened. But you can see now we are a lap down, as that's Perez ahead of us. And yet, this first Grand Prix, just nothing happened. There was no battling for the most part. We just got damaged. We spun a couple times. But we come through on the final lap. Sergio Perez won the Bahrain Grand Prix He held on, and we come through for a 20th place finish in our first Grand Prix. Not what we wanted. And yeah, again, I am sorry about the quality. I have no idea what this is. Oscar Piastri, though, gets the driver of the day. Great job for our teammate. He actually ended up finishing
It was a
P11.
magnificent race and a drive.
That's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
So there it is. Sergio Perez is the winner here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. He beats Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, the rest of the podium. We end up P20. Not the showing we wanted, but can't complain. We did finish the race here today, and that's important. We got laps into the car, and we know we're gonna be improving on the car the rest of the season. So, thank you for watching this first episode of my team. Tune in next time,
What
where
effect
we'll be
this
running the
result has
Saudi
had on the
Arabian
driver's
Grand Prix.
standings.